So that should be all functional. Alright, so this side's pretty well good to go. We just got to put our kicker on. Throw this in there. You want to make sure you put some grease on this when you stick it through the main shaft so it's lubricated. If you don't lubricate it, it can run dry. There's a bushing over in here. Right in here, it keeps it from moving up and down too much. You can see it right there, the bushing. It's a little steel bush. That should be relatively tight. If it's not, then this can be off center and cause a lot of problems with your clutch. It's one of those hidden clutch problems. The other thing you want to do is make sure it does not hit on this like it is right now. So I'm going to bend this up out of the way a little bit. Not rotate without hitting it. And this has the oversized throwout bearing on it. Put a little lube on that. This has just the E-clip instead of a full circlip on it. I prefer the full circlip version. Oh well. Here's what it is. Let's see, we need some grease. We got enough on there. See, just get a wad of it. Go ahead and stick it in here a little bit. Work it on in there. Go over here. Kind of self-lubricating as you go in. See, it lubricates the whole thing on here. Make sure it's got grease all the way over it. Looks good. I don't even have anything on my hands. Oh, good. Pretty good. I like that. Throwout bearing needs a little bit of grease or oil on it. Usually I use a little oil. Gets down in there easier. I'm not taking it apart, so just a matter of getting some down in there. Rotate a little bit, it'll lubricate it. That's enough, it'll get lubricated as you put oil on it. Alright. So it went together pretty easy. Here's our kicker cover. Make sure the fork down here is not worn too flat. Should be a nice curve to it. This one's getting a pretty good flat side in it. It's kind of worn. Okay, this is going to engage the mechanism here pretty easily. So you want to rotate around until the kicker's on. Then you got to wind the kicker up until this pin is down about here, because it has to go behind this bumper right here. So it won't not go on there until you do that. And one of the tricks is you pull this out, you can put this around inside behind here like that, then it slides on nice and easy. Otherwise it hits on the bearing here when you're trying to go in, which is another problem. You just have all these Allen bolts here, little short ones. I'm going to put those in. Makes it a little bit harder to do this because you got to do kind of 3 things at once. You have to get 2 bolts in real quick to keep the cover on there. And if you use a format gasket like this, you don't have to put any lube on it. No sila. And you want to make sure this fits the cover correctly. So the cover is not cut out like the case is. So go over here and make sure it matches your case. The gasket can go on 2 different ways. So you make sure you put it on the correct direction. So, see, your case is curved right through here. So that does not fit very well. See, the holes all line up. See how the gasket doesn't line up here? It can leak right through here. It doesn't leak on the bottom, but it will leak on the top. If you flip it over, See how it follows the gasket on the bottom, and it follows the top of the case here and seals it. We don't care about this hole here because that's a shift shaft hole that goes all the way through. That doesn't have to be sealed. The case does, so this goes on like this. So make sure you put it on the correct way. They don't always leak if they're on upside down, but they can. Usually I just put a crescent wrench on here to rotate this around. Make sure your fork is not like this. Make sure it's down where it belongs. Kind of important. So just turn this until the ratchet is pointed down. You know it's engaged correctly. Slip it in there. And these are leg as a bump stop, basically. Shift the bearing up. Engage it. Transmission sliding around fighting me. You have to engage the ratchet gear on the inside, which is fighting me right now. The transmission sliding. Can't push on anything, it's tranny sliding. So back up. Put something over there, keep it sliding. Now you can push on the tranny without it moving on you. Engage the gears in here. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, dumbass. Now I'm fighting the push rod because the main shaft is away. Okay. Plan B. There we go. That worked better. So when everything works correctly, it goes in. The problem is you're fighting this gasket the whole time. I'll lose it in a minute. We lost it. Up. I'm hung up on the kicker gear. Ah, fuck. I think it's where you can't get to it. Alright, this ain't gonna work. You can't have this doing this while you're trying to push on it. It just doesn't work. So, need a better design. So, I'm going to go over here or thing I don't want to do. I'm going to put this in a vise, going to hold the studs down like that. And we're just going to have to deal with the threads later. Can't fight the thing. That's why you want to always have studs on here instead of stupid ass Allen bolts. They suck. That's why I hate these stupid covers. Okay. Try all this again. Everything's situated to get to it, because you can't get to it when you need to, obviously. Now, I don't know how I'm going to hold this kicker. That's going to be more of a problem. So, I just use my leg over here like that. Get more holding power problems, because I got more kicker pressure now. Try the bolt on this side this time. Find a hole. Might be a gasket problem, might be a bolt problem, might be a case problem. I'm going to go with the gasket problem. I got way too much kicker pressure on the little neck. So that ain't going to work. Ain't enough pressure. Okay, let's try attempt number 3. This time we're going to put the Allen bolt into the kicker cover. through the gasket. The next thing I'm going to glue the gasket on will be the fourth thing we do. We'll try it this way without gluing it. Okay, that goes in. And it's cross-threaded. Figures. Well, too bad. It'll have to be cross-threaded. Gotta get a bolt in over here. There, we got one that's going in correctly. Run in there as far as you can. We gotta get back over here real quick. Get a bolt in over here. Go. Kind of wiggle around until the cover goes in evenly. Don't beat on it. There it goes. Here, pop in. Okay. Find out why that didn't go in straight. Don't know. It just doesn't want to go in. Skip it. Go to a different one. That hole does not want to line up either. And these holes want to line up. A lot of pressure on them. Gotta be careful you don't cross thread stuff when you start forcing them into holes. That ain't going. Are these bolts all cut off, or what's the problem? No, they are stock bolts. They should go in easily, but they're not. Alright, let's get this over here. Make sure everything's working correctly. Okay. Alright, we got to figure out why these screws are not lining up. They're definitely not happy going in. The cover is under a load, so you got a lot of side load on your bolt, which makes it not want to go in straight. Definitely a problem. See, once it lines up, it goes in easier. Get more bolts in there is the answer. I wasn't happy either, but it finally found the right hole with the right thread to jump into. Once you start cross-threading the bolt, you're screwed. You have to get back out and try to catch the correct thread. Alright, they appear to be in there. Let's use this. This isn't a good idea, but got nowhere else to hold my tranny. Light blips. Alright, pick that off. Yep. After you run this in the bike for a few miles, you can go over all these bolts and double check. Make sure they're good. Make sure the clutch works. The clutch appears to be working. Kicker again. Should release the bottom of the stroke. It does. Then it re-engages. Look back around. Stops. All appears to be working, but alright, we'll find me a seal for this. We'll be back.